righty then. It is the Fixed Wireless Access Show with yours truly, Benjamin Tansky. You know what day is today? I do. It's Wednesday. Or is it Thursday? No, it's a short week. Always gets me, these short weeks. Always gets me. Today we're talking about something crazy, right? $50 billion investment from Telus in Canada to their infrastructure. That's a big deal. That is a very big deal. What are they using that $50 billion for? Bringing internet to underserved areas in Canada? I hope so. Hope that's one piece of the puzzle, because everybody should be connected. Everyone needs to be connected to the interwebs. Can you imagine not being able to go on Amazon.com or Temu or Facebook Marketplace? Think about all the stuff you're missing out on. It's crazy. Enough of these digital deserts. Get them connected. Get them online. $50 billion is a lot of loot. It is a tremendous amount of money. What does that correlate to for, people, consumers? What does that mean for us? What does that mean? Well, I think a bulk of that money, honestly, is going to be spent on data center build costs. But, that's just my rhetoric, my babbling over here. And on top of Canada, since we're talking about Canada, yes, I am also from Canada. I'm from Montreal. Montreal's awesome. Go Habs, go. Unfortunately, they're not in the playoffs. But next best is Edmonton Oilers. They are crushing it. They had a great game last night. Going back to telecom, Bell Canada, they had a major outage on May 29th. Impacted over 100,000 customers in Quebec and Canada and Ontario. It's unfortunate. But if you had fixed wireless fiber up there from Natural Wireless, this great company, you'd be set. You'd be living the vida loca. Vida loca. Yes. You wouldn't be feeling this. That's your heart beating because you lost your internet service. What? How does that even happen these days? How does that happen? Businesses need a diverse internet connection. The time is over to sell multiple redundant connections. Remember T1s? Oh, hold on. We got to connect to the internet. I forgot to do that at the beginning of the call. Let's do that now. We're connecting to the internet now. Here we go. Okay. I think we're almost connected. Yep. We're connected to the internet. You remember that dial-up? What is that? A 56K baud modem. It was the best. I had that connected to my Mac LC575. First Trinitron combo unit with CD-ROM drive and diskette drive and speakers built into the bottom. That was awesome. That was also the time I realized I had to get a PC because I couldn't play Doom on it because Doom wasn't supported on a Mac OS. Anyway, enough of my babbling. Diversity, internet circuit path diversity. This is what true path diversity looks like. These pictures you see on your screen, this is dual path fixed wireless fiber at its finest. You cannot drop ship this, but you know what you can drop ship? You can drop ship that, what you see on your screen now, that device in the top right. That's not fixed wireless. Companies like Verizon call that their fixed wireless, 5G fixed wireless. Please, it's not fixed wireless. It is a 5G mobile connection connecting back to a tower. You also have this type of device. This is another company out there, T-Mobile, that brands this as 5G fixed wireless. It's not fixed wireless. It's a 5G hotspot. Take your smartphone, put it into allowing others to connect, or open up your hotspot, and there you go. You got the same thing. You don't have to buy a whole separate unit and pay for power for that thing. This, what you see on your screen now, this is what diversity, this is what internet diversity, internet path diversity. I don't want anyone to be confused when I say diversity to mean anything other than connectivity, because all I mean. Internet diversity is truly diverse when you have fixed wireless fiber on the rooftops. Does this look anything like, let me get rid of this picture here. Does this look anything like that picture? No. You could drop ship what you see on your screen here, but you cannot drop ship what you see on your screen here. It's impossible. You can't. You got to get people to install this. These are non-penetrating mounts on top of buildings. It's beautiful. It really is a a necessary, a requirement. You know, a lot of people don't really care how the sausage is made, in this case, how the internet works. But a lot of people care when it doesn't work. They'll be like, why doesn't the internet work? Well, the internet doesn't work because you put all your eggs in one basket. And that's what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket. You have to diversify and get a diverse, it's like a double negative. You got to diversify your connectivity, get fixed wireless fiber, then you get something underground, preferably fiber optic. Fixed wireless fiber from Natural Wireless, this great company that services New York City, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Florida. It's like the biggest markets in the country. We don't do Chicago. Chicago's pretty dangerous we don't do Chicago yet. But we're in these markets. We offer customers, businesses, government agencies, state agencies, a diverse connection. Everyone is online. Everyone is connecting, doing something cool online. They have all these cool applications. But what happens if your internet goes out? All your cool applications, all your AI, it doesn't work. Okay, maybe you even have a Starlink device. Starlinks are awesome. Awesome. I got to play that power play music for Starlink. Starlinks are awesome. But you know what? They weren't meant to power office environments. They weren't meant to support 50 simultaneous users doing email, doing uploading of data, doing downloading of data simultaneously. It wasn't made for that. It was made for individuals to go online and do basic stuff. You know, you got to know what tool to use for the job at hand. You know, you're not going to bring a bandsaw if you have to take apart a bridge. You got to know what tools to use for the job. You know, still to this day, sometimes you see a lion eating a fiber connection and the fiber goes out. It's because the lion was hungry and because the customer didn't get a diverse internet connection. Also, you get cats because it's all part of the same family. Cats and lions, they all feed off that fiber. It's something in that, in the glass they like, in the shielding, and you know they tear it apart. But you don't need to have downtime and outages. Switch and get fixed wireless fiber. Ask about it. Ask your technology guru you fall to when you have questions. Ask somebody. They'll help you. But please don't get two connections coming in the same path, two underground connections. Even a connection coming in from a pole and a connection underground, that's not diverse. That's still redundant because the pole is still going back to the same central vault underground as the underground is going back to. And those vaults feed back into the data center. And guess what? Fixed wireless fiber from this wonderful company is called Natural Wireless. This company is in the same data centers as your traditional carriers you work with. The difference is that this company leaves the data center and goes to a business completely using a different path, a different way, different method. It doesn't touch any of the last mile underground. Maybe you hear me say last mile a lot. You're like, what's the last mile? What does that mean? What does that mean? The last mile is where your business, your building gets the underground connection from a data center. That's called the last mile. So it leaves the data center, it traverses underground, then goes into your building, and then your building has a riser. A riser is like that thing that goes up and down, and then horizontal side to side. That was weird. That was kind of phallic-y, but I'm just giving you an example of what last mile is and why it's important to have a diverse last mile connection. Next time, I'm going to share a great case study, which is, could be used and looked at by every type of business vertical, because every type of business vertical has the same issues. If the internet goes out, there's a problem. If you have a distribution facility and you're shipping out 50,000 packages a day and your internet goes out, and someone said having a redundant connection was okay, no, that's not okay. You need a diverse connection. What else do we want to share today? Look, check that out. There's your heart. There's your heart's beating. You're doing an earnings call, and all of a sudden, blue screen of death, or worse, connection lost, no network. Yeah, everyone's heart's beating. They're like, what's going on? Well, someone decided to save a few $100 and not get a diverse connection and instead opt for a redundant connection. Redundant connections don't cover you, especially in mission critical situations like events that are for a very short window that have to run perfectly. You need a diverse connection. It's critical. It's mission critical, and it's just important to understand. Be educated, know the difference, know what questions to ask. And with that, you know what? You know what it's time for? I'll tell you. It's time to go sell something. Go sell something. Go sell something.